háttér, köszönöm szépen. Picit leveszünk belőle, ha nem baj. Mondjuk így. Jó, a többit megnézzük. Egyébként feltételezem, hogy a végére se nagyon rakom össze, mi a tökön van, de szeretném megsüketülni. A végéből emlékszem valamire, de lehet, hogy keverem egy másik játékkal. Némmágy Kristóf,
Némmágy Lilcsó.
Köszi. Úristen, 14. hónapodat. De töretlenül haladsz előre. Kérdés, hogy mennyire zavarnak ezek a kis levélkék. Lehet, hogy így elvesznek a hangulatból, szóval levehetem, ha gondoljátok. Meg azt se tudom, hogy mennyire fog így belelógni a feliratba. Ja. Jó. Nem bolondoz. Szóval van rajta magyar osítás, úgyhogy nem fogok fordítgatni. Bár szerintem itt mindenki nagyon pöpecül tud angolul. De ha mégsem, akkor ott lesz a felirat. Remélem. Jaj, bocsánat. Szóval remélem mindenkinek szép szerdája volt. Ez még nem jött be, de köszi. Ja, kezdjünk új játszit. Ja igen, könnyűn... Ja, még nem is az volt a célod, akkor jó. Könnyűn fogom nyomni, fogom.
Nem értek csehszlovákul, hogy beatboxolgatsz.
Nem lehet rémámat játszani, mert gondolom előbb végig kéne vinnem normálon, vagy ilyesmi. Szóval a könnyűn fogom nyomni, mert a történet érdekel, és eleve utálom ezt a...
Lilla, olyan vagy, mint a japán szinkron, el vagy csúszva.
Köszönöm, Kristóf. Eleve utálom ezt a zseblámpás, rávilágítós hülyeséget. Valamiért, úgyhogy én örülök, hogyha nem lesz annyi ellenfél.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of
Nincsen
logic,
felirat.
and there's little fun to be had in explanations.
A picsába. Bekapcsolva. Videó kommentár nem kell. Vagy kell? Az mi? Kell videó kommentár? Jó, már kezdem már.
Antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Juhu.
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Igen, nekem a nevekkel is problémám lesz, de én is sokat értettem, még úgy, hogy Anit néztem.
Suddenly, his body was gone.
Aha, tehát
I was in
rémálommal
shock from the
kezdtünk.
crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
Már nézést, szóval... Igen, azt az egy nevet én is talán. Nem tudom, jó lesz-e így az érzékenység. Szóval egy rémálommal kezdtünk. Azt támadtuk, hogy nagyon-nagyon sietünk a világító toronyhoz, de elcsesztünk valakit, aztán mikor oda mentünk, megnéztük, és aztán már mégsem volt ott. Köszönöm szépen. Nézzünk fényre. Megfordítsuk, nem. Jó, köszönöm szépen. Sétáljunk. Igen, azt éreztem, hogy nagyon béna lesz az irányítás, vagy hát fura inkább. Mondjuk ezt lehet kontrollerrel, tényleg jobb lenne játszizni.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Jó. Itt mi van? Aha, ott a kávé.
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
Tehát nem itt kell mennünk. Jaj, bele ne menj. Kéka. Rain Cove Point Lighthouse. Itt mi van? Jó, megyünk. Nincsen kontim. Dick!
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder?
Ugye bekébe?
You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama? You're in this story now, and I'll
Ja,
make
lehet futni. Dick. Véletlenül se ugordál.
you missed your deadline!
Kösz.
Damn.
Kitéréshez. Hát ez nagyon bejött. Kurva annyit.
You can't stop me!
Itt volt.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
Nem előnyös úgy dodge-olgatni, hogy közben bejönnek a szobádba.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own?
Nem sokat fogok dodge-olni, így érzem. Nyomod a pistót. Szóljatok, ha retek hangos. Jó, akármit is csinálsz, lehet dolgozol, nem tudom. Retek hangos, jó. Akkor egy picit nem ödöz. Hát... Hol leveszek mindent ide? Mondjuk a beszédet nem biztos, hogy le kell. Jó. Szerintem így jó. Van valami? Most talán jobb. Mondjuk magamon tudok még húzni nektek. Aha, közben ott valaki helpel. Megyek már, hát így fut. Futod. Jobbike? Jó.
Mr. Wink, it's me. Play steward, remember? Quickly, get inside. There's no time to lose.
Jó. Mindjárt csak megnézem, mi van kint. Megyek már. Bocsánat, de... Oh! No fast.
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Kellemetlen.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Mértem ezt az audiót, hát. Köszönöm szépen. Értem. Igazából nem, de jó.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Kicsit megőrül. Azt hiszem, itt meg kell várni, még szétbaszódik a ház. Áú. Igen.
Follow the light.
Meg.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Aha, így hírelődöm. Nagyon jó.
Well done. I
Köszönöm.
have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
Nem.
No.
Follow my light.
Legalább nem vagyunk egyedül.
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing.
Oké.
The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
Igen. Nagyon kedves. Elemcsere.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
De az nem sokáig bírod. Igen.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
Kösz. Nagyon vissza akarok menni.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe
Again.
place on Earth.
Álmodtunk, és belépett az álmunkba, hogy segítsen nekünk.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna kill you.
Mi az?
This isn't
Hülye áll! Bocsánat, akartam. Ordítani. Más vagy. Aha. Ó. Ja.
You're dead. Just like
Na, Hoppá. Jó. De hogy lehet bemenni? Ott egy termosz. Csahogy? Nem lehet visszamenni. Franc. Euróka. Leborultunk. Jó, innen is jó nekem. Nem, nem menj le. Ah, itt van. Leborult. Olyan kis ráérősen nyomon.
you're dead. Just like
Termoszos kávé, az azt hiszem csak gyűjthető cucli-mucli. Na, ez menőbb volt, mint az előbb. Direkt csináltam. Mármint az előbb. AP-t is tölt? Na, azt nem figyeltem. Meg igazából Janinál se vettem észre, csak ő mondogatta, hogy gyűjthető. Majd megfigyeljük. Ellenőrző pont elér.
I can keep this up forever.
Milyen jó. De én nem akarom. Az nagyon jót meg haló. Most már nem fut. Nem is rád esett, hanem a hídra. Hoppá! Nagyon keveredik a jó nyugi. Ott egy termosz. Ezt én elkapom. Ó, nem sikerült. Hát a termoszba kell.
Shh, baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed
Bruh.
off would be news for everyone.
Na. Szóval 100 termoszunk van, okéka. Jó, már.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Aha, és akkor most érkezünk meg. Tehát ez nem az álom. Azt hiszem. Hát igen, ez definitív szarabbul néz ki, mint a remaster verzió, de nem baj. Ez az alap. Azt hiszem, erre gondolsz a bónusz, vagyis hát csak ez a DLC van meg hozzá amúgy. Bármi is az. Ja, hogy azt nem tudom. Azzal nem is emlékszem, miről szól.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Igen, emlékszem.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
Hát ha úgy van, lehet. Arra majd ránézek, hogy mit...
Alan,
Hogy abban mi
before
is
I
van.
miss the shot.
De azt talán... nem tudom, én olyasmire emlékszem, hogy van egy ilyen rendező, és akkor ilyen különböző horror sztorikban
Hi.
veszel részt, de lehet, hogy ez egy másik játék.
Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh?
A második
Did you hear
rész?
that, honey?
Hát,
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying.
meglátjuk,
I'm
hogy
Pat
é.
Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
Tudom, hogy
I won't
előrendelte, de
pretend
nem
I
tudom
don't
mennyi.
recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake.
Nem úgy
A
játszik, nem?
pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation.
Mr. Maine
In
a
fact,
rádiós
I'd
bátyja.
appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Hát én emlékszem, hogy Pistinél láttam ezeket, de így mondom, ennek a játéknak az eleje van, meg azt a Nightmare eset. Vagy mi az? Az. Nekem ez rémlik, hogy van egy rendező, és akkor ilyen különböző sztorikat, vagy sztorikban játszol. Mi van?
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer?
No.
Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah.
Itt van a
We
kedvenc
just got it.
bearing.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can
Ő a legjobb.
relax and recharge. So,
Amúgy
how is
igen.
the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Na, ez amúgy ez a szituáció, hogy jaj, téged is üdvözöl Barry, szünet, majd csak annyit mond a csaj, hogy jó, menjünk vissza a kocsihoz.
Come on, Slowpoke.
Hova már?
You get the full
Fogd be.
service here. I've made a...
Amúgy nekem se szimpi jelen.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
Értem a frusztráltságát, meg minden, de hogy így...
I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Na, itt van
I was
Rose.
wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God. I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Értem, oda nem megyek.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you
A
fall in
filmes
love,
jelen.
because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty
So much
here
for a
is
quiet
no longer
vacation.
human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable.
It does that.
Ketchupkodni,
Get
ugye?
stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Amúgy igen, nagyon jók a zenék.
This is it. I've died and gone
Kis
to
termosz.
hell.
Bazzagot nem vettük fel a termoszt, és vissza se tudtam menni. Bene. Na, az ölelgetős néni.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find
You don't
Stuckey,
wanna
to
die,
get the
do
key
you?
and get out as soon as
Worse.
possible. The waitress was giving me a headache.
But he
Overeager
didn't
fans
listen.
always did.
Kösz, hogy kapcsolsz lámpát.
Told Rose last week that she should change the bulb. This
Ja,
is what
nem.
happens when you get sloppy.
Igen, azt mondta a nő, hogy figyelmeztette Stuckeyt. Szóval lehet, hogy mi már ezért nem találjuk őt? Egy kicsit spoilereztem, de igen.
Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Kicsi spoiler. Ne lépj le.
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
Na, ez egy nagy
I
scam,
wish
amit
you a
most
good stay
láttok.
in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Keku.
Thanks.
Na, hát köszönő. Nőni. Nagyon
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
fogtad?
You
Ez
got
a néni
lucky
tud
this time,
valamit.
young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed, and then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Splendid, splendid.
Úgy?
Damn hernia.
A kontrollt elkezdtem.
They're
Elég sokáig jutottam benne, de nem fejeztem be. Nagyon idegesített.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Szavasz.
Mission accomplished. The key and the
Amúgy
directions.
élveztem, csak a harcrendszere miatt...
I got some flashlights, just in case.
Kicsit agykuki volt.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your
Itt
keys!
van Stuckey. Meg a kulcsaink, szóval a nő nem tudom, mit adott nekünk. És hogy hova megyünk egyébként.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time.
Most akkor ide jöttünk a kis szigetünkre.
Wow.
Amúgy ebben is úgy van, hogy ezek az átkötő részek iszonyatos grafikával rendelkeznek.
I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Diver's Eye. Én meg azon is gondolkodtam, hogy ugye az álmunkban...
Are you sure you read the directions right? It's nothing like in the brochure. It said near the lake, not on it. Don't get me wrong. This is so much better. It's wonderful.
Nem biztos benne a csaj, hogy ez valós. Szóval, hogy ugye az álmainkban csak a fényben vagyunk biztonságban, és állandóan a sötétséggel van problémánk. Lehet, hogy ez valahogy összeköthető azzal, hogy a csaj is ettől fél. Itt vannak a hülye madarak. Amúgy nem tudom, nekem kicsit így para lenne, hogy így mentek valahova nyaralni, és egy ilyen fekete ruhás néni ad instrukciókat egy olyan helyre, ami nincs is a térképen, és nem is létezik elvileg. De hát jó. Jó vagyok én. Megnézzük, nincs semmi sehol. Mindjárt megyek oda.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Mit rontottam? Hát jó, beindítottuk. Köszönjük. Mikor a nézés van is.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake.
Hát ez ok.
It was a beautiful
Köszönöm
place.
szépen. Jó játék volt egyébként.
Sleep here and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here. The building used to be a hotel.
Spoiler, nem
but these
voltak
days
azok.
it was no longer open to the public.
De most ez is fura, hogy ő meséli végül a történetet. Tehát akkor... Én nem értem. Egy rádinyó. Megyek Alicehez. Aha.
Alice? Honey? A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Az jó. Aha. Kávé. Várjál.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Ja, Tony. vársz? Kér, nem tudom, mit kérdeztem.
Alan, come here, slowpoke. I'm waiting.
Hol van mindjárt már?
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past.
Damn it, Alice.
Yeah.
Everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't. I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. God damn it.
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
Milyen jó ötlet volt.
Damn it. Alice?
Értem én a problémáját, de azért kicsit túltolja a srác.
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Kellett neked elmenni.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
Ezt nem lehet kidodgyolni, vagy csak béna vagyok én is.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going.
Wake up. Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Kezdtem azt gondolni, hogy ő bántotta Alice-t, aztán elindult kocsival mérgében.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Szóval lekúrta Alice-t a vízbe, aztán elkezdett vezetni, aztán ide jutott. Mondjuk amúgy nem tudom, hogy. És itt vagyunk Stucky-nál.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Hát azért annyira nem. Itt leugrasz, öcsém, azt ott is vagy.
Damn.
Hát most na, kicsit leesett. De ez is sötétség, meg minden, szóval én szerintem itt mindent flashelünk, és kész.
Hello?
Kösz, hogy kivakítod a szememet.
Hello? Is someone there?
Aha, alapok.
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
De jó. F5 gombbal elérhető.
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Aha. Na szóval, erre megyek, ugye?
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Persze, beszéljél egy fekete valamihez.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Keresünk helpet. Azt nézem, hogy nincs itt valami elrejtve, de nincs. Mondd.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. And square.
Hol van?
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Premium cabins.
Na bazzeg.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Szóval azt éljük át, amit leírt, amit elvileg még nem írt le, de mégis. Az a páltkaszára dobálda. Meg az jó bolond vagy.
You lose? Shit. The deposit. It's the latest thing!
Kill
two birds?
Incontestably
Proven! Help!
Az apád.
See the
Nem
sight?
fog csinálni semmit.
Cholesterol levels?
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Na hát... Remek. Mindenünk is van.
During your trying
Yes.
It's the latest.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. How may I...
Hello? Hello?
Proven health benefits let you kill one stone.
This is bad.
And
Na, már a kocsi is ideg
I
való.
wasn't about to open the door, as long as I was liable to catch an axe with my forehead.
Ha, ez mi volt? Hát ugrott azt vetett egy hasos.
Trying.
Yes.
It's the latest.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. How may I...
Hello? Hello?
Proven health benefits let you kill stone.
The spat.
Hoppá, hamster.
Those cholesterol levels down.
Au.
There were more of them.
Jó.
My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range,
Sárga
and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Jelzőpisztoly.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's rabbit season.
Hát ezt mondjuk lehet, hogy csak rá kellett volna, de... Van valami. Kézira. Ennyi. Jó. Az utolsó oldalt jönöm.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Aha. Ez ugye a oltos csaj. Vagy hát a... Ja. Hoppa, néni.
What the hell was that?
Nem tudom. Valaki nagyon sokat szívott, gyerek.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Igen. Ezek a rángatások.
Sparkling river of springs. That's where I go when I want something special to eat.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Mhm. Ez jó.
Talking is a hazardous occupation.
Várj, most ide jöttem el.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Ez az eleme. Jó. És erre kéne jönni. Nagyon furák ezek a lélegzős hangok. Vagy igazából
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Remek. Kinyit. Jó. Megnézem az itt mi van. Ja vagy. Még dobálom. Nyelvek. Jó. Indítás. Ja, itt. És akkor most az be van kapcsolva. Nagyon jó. Aha. Kézlap.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Aha, a varjuk. Sörétes puska. Elfogyott a lőszer. Ez milyen jó. Itt egy termosz. Jó, akkor nyomizzuk. Aha. Akkor ezt utólag kellett volna itt megtalálni. Ó, no! Magason van. Ez no bueno. Vagy, ja, itt kell ezt zétem. Vagy igazából nem, vagy de? Jó. És egy ládika.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find him.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, you know, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Oh, Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there.
Eltűnt a kutyuli.
Dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
Úgy érzem, semmi jó nem történt vele.
It's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Közbástya. Tudom, hogy nem nekem szól. No.
At first I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it I could save myself. With it I could save Alice.
Így legyen.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
Van egy kicsit, hogy nyomjam. Ow! Jó menedék volt. Hát igen, ezt az előbb kellett volna. Itt valami. Aha, hát mögöttem van. Áú! Dick, hol más vagy? Melyik volt? Ja, de arra kell mennem, vagy ilyenek valahogy. Ha, termosz. Hopp. Na, nem. Anya azt nyomtam, amit akartam. Az a nyomodat. Most hova a tökönbe kéne mennem? Jó. Itt van egy papír.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Ez milyen jó lesz látni. Na, hát csak igen, jó fele kéne jöjjünk. Ja igen, és a lightban akkor hírelődünk is. Jó.
Salad, no. A man like me needs a hefty meal. That's for today.
Miről beszél?
We enjoy the magnificent.
Bom. Neki kapta? Igen. Na, ez mit ír?
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Hát nem leszünk őszinték a seriffel. Ezek szerint. Megint felvettünk egy puskátot. Használunk tévét. Ja, itt a tévé. Itt beszélünk bolondságot.
It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin,
and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
Lehet véletlen a lábával.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools!
Be kéne, hogy legyen dugva.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat in Night Springs.
Nem, igazából csak valaki béna volt. Szia Del, hello. Mizuka. Éjszakás műszak, az... nem tudom, hogy jó-e, de szerintem nem. Már megint flashelgetünk össze-vissza.
Simple and, as you might think, it can be dangerous. It requires patience, even with the engine takes hours to cool.
I'm tools
in the engine with easy and fatal. Mistakes don't make. Count your tools before.
Menjetek már, szökönbe. Hát töltsd már újra. Be. Lehet, hogy nem szaladgálsz össze-vissza? Hát ez bolond. Hova megy? Akkor hülyeskedjél magaddal. Kösz szépen. Ezzel mi van? Megbolondult. Termosz. Hogy verjek oda. Jó, nem akarsz önök lenni?
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
Kéne egy legót venni nekem is. Karácsonyi legózásra. Jó.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice. After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting, at least for a moment. The sane world reasserted itself.
Azt hiszed? Ja, de hullos az életem. Ó, hogy... Új.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Nem ijedtem meg. Rájöttem, hogy F5-tel lehet folytatni. Szóval azt, aki látott valamit, ami nagyon nem tetszett neki. Na, hogy figyeljék fel.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Itt valami elborult dolog történt szerintem. Azt mindig nem tudom eldönteni, hogy ez mennyire ilyen valóságos történet.
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
Zo.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Egy kis domcsi.
All right. I'll keep writing.
Outside
there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Ó, szerintem te már vagy 3-szor elvesztetted az eszed, de... 68. éves őszfesztivál. Szeptember 15-től 18-ig játékok és programok. Tombola horgászverseny, pite és meglepetés versenyek, élő zene. Gyerekeknek nyúlfogó Charlie. És Montgomery a misztiki, lenyűgöző fantazmagória. Jól hangzik. Na, hát akkor most már egyre több indok, hogy ki lehessen baszni. Már bocsánat. De tényleg. Nincs itt semmi? Alapon.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Haló? Telefonáltunk.
Be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Na várjatok. Egyetértek, ki kéne rúgni. Mehet a petíció. Én aláírom, ha kell. Kapcsoljam be a kávéfőzőt. Azért szétnézek, jó? Aha. De nem is találtok meg akkor az összes oldalt az előbb?
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Ez tehát, hogy gyilkos, vagy ez...
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city.
Jó étványa. Mit eszünk?
I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Mi az, hogy... De bazd meg, akármilyen jó is, vagy ne vedd már el a másik cuccait, vagy így nem... Vagy azt hitte, hogy ez majd felhatalmazza rá, vagy mi? Mert hogy szerintem nem. Alám is genyér. Nyomod. Mi? Milyen jó fürdőjük van, hát... Rádínyul. Aha, most havazik éppen.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Remek, hóvihar van. Aha. Amúgy rohadt jól néz ki. Laknám. De menő lenne innen nézni a havat. Ótot. Ki lehet menni? Nem. Luxi villa. Na, kapcsoljuk be.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Miután 4 órát sétáltunk a saját lakásunkban.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh, me?
These look really good.
Oh,
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them.
Na, Lilu, szakmai véleményt kérünk a borítókról.
The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Ezt akartam. Úristen, elment az áram, és még világos van még mindig amúgy egyébként.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry.
Nem rossz?
It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
Jöhet a DC-re.
Tell me a story, writer.
Ha beírod, hogy felkiáltója a DC, akkor azt hiszem kapsz linket.
When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice.
Ellen milyen normális volt, 3 éve, még nem borult el az agya minden szoron. Hoppá. Nálam elment a kép, de visszajött.
Thanks for this.
Kis eggs. Na, ez nincs túl sötét, mi? Na, és a jelenben.
How do you feel, Mr. Wick? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wick, how are you feeling?
Az a nyelv.
I'm okay. My head's fine.
Milyen krumplit feje van a bácsinak.
My headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Köztes.
Well then, Mr. Wick, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Jó, semmi izgi nincs itt. Zsa. Beszéljek szarával.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon.
Mit olvasok-e? Eltűnt Richard Baug, Bruce Dansky és Jacob Miller. Egy kempingezés során tűntek el, azóta sem hallottunk felőlük. Ha látja őket, vagy tud a hollétükről, hívja ezt a számot. De mikor tűntek el? Azt miért nem írott ki? 2007. 6.-20. Csala versenyeken, ez az ismertetőjele. Köszönjük szépen. Soha nem mész kempingezni? Hát lehet, hogy minden játékban bénák.
Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Kösz.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it.
Now,
can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing.
No.
I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
Okay.
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night.
Ez kell. Hát amúgy szerintem nem tudom milyen az eredeti, de ez menő. Ez elég menő. Én minden linket megnyitok, ne aggódjatok. Vagyis semmi.
But I couldn't.
Hát, tovább.
She'd lock me up. Excuse me, I need to take this.
Belelógott. Hát. Vagy mi? Ja, mutassam meg! Jó, megmutatom. Hát az alap, az jó béna, azt kell mondjam. Mármint, hogy az alap béna. Lehet olyat, hogy... Nem ilyet. Jó. Tessék. Na, hát ez majdnem össze. Itten van. Na most ehhez képest ez. Már bocsánat, de... Erről amúgy ilyen izé jutott eszembe. Igen, nagyon menci a hátoldalas. De szerintem ez is abban néz ki, mint az eredeti. Ötletesebb. Hogy hívják azt a filmet? Halálhegy. Majdnem be tudtam írni. Igen. Na, kicsit ilyesmire hajaz nekem a borítója. Ahogy úgy össze van vágva hátul. Ez egy nagyon jó film. Vagy hát szerintem. Na. Mi? Na jó. Mert írtam hülye ékezetet, biztos azért. Szóval, hogy ez az. Amúgy a Gravity Falls-os a háttér. Milyen csúnyákat.
Hello?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Na most, hogy ez a zsarolás is nem történik. Én már...
I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal.
Értem.
We're watching you.
Ja, azt már olvastuk.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Sure.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
Még beszéli.
Drinking for good.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good
Aha.
guy. Don't let
Tudtam én.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Mindenki flash-sel ebbe. Jó, Alice-t megértem, mert ő neki fóbiája van.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today.
A parád és tulajt olvastam.
Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Talán Stucky nincs meg. Értem.
You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong.
Persze, mindig tévednek.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where...
Az is lehet, hogy egy full történetet játszunk végig, és a végén kiderül, hogy ez egy... Érzitek?
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Oké, mindjárt. Felfigyeltem. Ott egy termó. Szó. Hát az igazából nagyobb kérdés, hogy hogy a tökönben van ott egy sziget, és mégsem.
Behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of
Amúgy nem tudom, mennyire lehet izgalmas egész este egy rádióműsort vezetni.
I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting.
Mármint én nyomnám.
No point in getting all worked up yet.
Csak hogy így mennyire lenne értelme. Boom.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Elvileg kéne, hogy bannoljon.
Barry? Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been?
A francot kiabász fülembe. Egy hete nem ér el minket.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go.
Nem bannolnám,
I
csak
needed to
elvileg.
get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Be van állítva, vagy talán. Hát pont ide néztem, de... Szia Artik! Köszi, köszi. Ki kell menni innen. Csak így kisétálok, úgy szóltok.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Miért gondolja azt, hogyha nem írja tovább, akkor meghal mindenki és a francba. Benne van a tévében, vagy vagyok, vagy mi?
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave.
Ó,
Am I
vendég.
free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not.
Nézd meg,
But
tiszta
I need to
idegben
know where
van.
you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice.
Ez a nagyon kedvencem.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Na, hát Barry megmentette a segünket.
I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was
Igen, és most Barry nem igazán hisz
and he
nekünk.
believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake!
Na, itt van a csicska
Barry,
Rose.
you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow, I was just thinking about you too.
Amúgy én tökre úgy emlékeztem, hogy behúztam annó ingyenesen az LMV-ket, de nem.
Poor thing.
De örülök, ha most ingyenes lesz.
Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Na, Barryt már megvette a csaj.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Holnaptól az lesz ingyenes. Az Evil Within holnap, vagyis hát az a Coming Soon-ban van. Egy kolumbiai mamut csontváza. Na jó. Tényleg.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you
befognád egy
shot a
picikét.
guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept?
Kávé kell? Nekem igen.
Have you been drinking?
No!
Igen.
Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Drogozok és
And
iszok
everything's just
egyszerre.
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
10 éves a Twitch regisztrációt.
You're right,
te jó
cabins. Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine
Itt
are
a
kind of full
kutyus
here.
egyébként.
Actually, I'm
Aki
sorry about
eltűnt.
this. Would you mind grabbing the
Ellenvédtük
registration form from the
Fortiban.
desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Nem láttam tegnap.
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to
Bár nem
use
is
here. Hell,
néztem
you're
még.
not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton. Okay, boy. We're almost done here.
seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Kreator map. Közben, ha lassabban reagálok, akkor közben eszek.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Ja, gondolom milyen könnyű séta lesz.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went
Meg ne beszélj már állandóan mindent. Alám is kenyér. Nem, ő kínai tészta. Tegnap is ezt akartam enni, mert AJ is mondta, hogy kínait rendelt. És megkívántam.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Egészség.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Amúgy jó kis ház.
Bless you.
Az a krumplileves amúgy nagyon fincsa. Sajnos nincs bors nélküli változata. De még lehet. Írunk egy petíciót. El a fény, menj a szerelmesek ormához. Egyedül. Az anyámat. Mit akartál írni? Mi? És mi van AJ-jel? AJ mondta, hogy rendelt kínait. Tegnap. Tegnap? Vagy tegnap előtt? Mindegy. És megkívántam. Szerintem tegnap előtt. Aha, bezárta. Dick, van jacuzzi. Hát ide jövök lakni. Megyek már mindjárt. Ja, indítasz petíció. Jó, mehetsz. Ezt is én mindent aláírok. Amúgy nem szar a kilátás. De állandóan ilyen uraköd van mindenhol. Igen. Milyen madár? Az istenit! Melyik Del. Na, olvassunk.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Köci Artik. Az ajándék feliratkozást Delnak. Köci. Szóval tulajdonképpen Alan Wake történetét játsszuk végig. Ja, szerintem ez szimplán egy sztori. Csak így hirtelen olyan, mintha valóságosság lenne. Na, hülye, nem is erre kéne jönni. Kocsival nem mehetek? Sokkal könnyebb lenne.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Igen, hát... De jó, nem oda néztem.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere.
Nem jött be, de szép próba volt.
Rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No,
Ja.
not this year.
Meg van egy csomó sound alertes is.
Competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Bazzag, azt hittem, ez a játékban volt. Ezt is felkapcsolom. Lehet, hogy nem mintázik itt senki. Így kell, nem? Már nyugodtan, csak hogy... Vagy lássam azt, aki hintázik. Nekem az is jó. Szerelmesek orma. Dick felborulad. Imádom ezt egyébként. Nem tudsz megnézni, vagy felvenni semmit, csak felborítani. Bam! Basztok. Lámpa, nincs lámpa itt. Ó, de tévé van. Ez olyan jó lesz.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of
Kicsit
civilization.
szarul néz ki ez a ház.
But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and...
Nem tudom, melyikőjük a creepy.
Assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice.
Vágom, hogy vágod, csak mondom, hogy nem csak pontos van.
Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game, but the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark, believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Aha. Nekem tetszett. Van itt egy kis vérfolt is. Telefon. Do not feed. Mi? Wildlife. Elértek azt a kocsit, meg megnézem.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page. Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Tehát Rose is kedvelte Rusty-t, és Rusty is kedvelte Rose-t. Érdekes.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
No!
Jösszök. Jösszök, csak ki vagyok fulladva. Jösszök, man.
Nem értek csehszlovákul, hogy beatboxolgatsz. Hát nem.
Just the way it was on that page.
I
found came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights in the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Benne a ketrecben valamiért.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Jól hangzik.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Nem tudom, hogy van értem. Ó. De jó. Again.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Nice, ott húzták ki akkor.
Don't feed the animals.
Bad van.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey.
Az Rusty. Biztosan megyek hozzá.
Rusty? Rusty, no! Never approach closer than 100 yards.
Állj már meg, ötkös!
Never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed. Yeah, at all times. Never leave your pet unattended.
Lehet, hogy...
It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park grounds.
along the river. Or even simple berries!
Az. Jó, végre. Ó, faszom nincs. Zajzi. De visszatöltődik a zseblámpa magától. Kis heal, bár nem kell most. Itt még hívnak.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Most itt mi van? Vagy akkor arra mi van?
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Igen, akartam mondani, hogy szerintem van némi korkülönbség köztük.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Itt mi van? Akkor vissza. Én most nem tudom, erre kéne menni. Az milyen jó. Az apád. Itt egy kala. Uffos a telefon. Most ott mit lehet bent csinálni? Nem értem. Arra van a Lover's Peak, akkor itt mi van? Loot. Volt fénybarna. Kösz szépen. Na. Nem láttam itt a sárga nyilat. Jó, akkor erre tovább. Ugye? Igen, onnan kellett, hogy gyűjjünk. Never speak arra, és akkor erre mi van? És afelé megyek, ahova kell, nyilván. Ennyi, egy papír. Jó.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Köszönöm, de nem jött be. Ajjaj. Resselősbe vagyunk megint. Mondd. Az apád. Na jó, nem tetszik. Á! Nem a csetet néztem, csak csilles levélolvasás közben nem jöttem meg. Nagy a fenyő. Jó, az van, hogy nincs semmi, szóval futok. A lónak a... De... mi? Ez nem igaz, dodge-oltam. Rohadjon ki a... mondom, hogy a beletek, de az... Mi? Hát akkor bazd meg. Na jó. De dodge-oltam. Nem lehetne, hogy... Ja, hogy itt van egy kis ház fönn. Ez jó. Most nem sokat érek ezzel. Okay. Ott kidobálgassál. Jó, várjuk meg, összetöltődik a zsebünk lámpája. Már nem akarok elemet használni. Appát. Konkrétan 4 darab fegyverünk van. A lightig érjünk már el, Laci. Érünk el? Tudod mit, de? Haha. Csíra. Na. Kinyit.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Biztató. Konkrétan nincs lőszerem. Aha. Láttalak. Ajna már. Persze. Már megint lófaszunk sincs. Na. Jaj, normális van. De hagyjuk már, hogy ez megint nem... Hogy? Mikor 50 000 jönnek az arcomba? Meg dobálgatják a hülye baltát. Hát ez nagyon jó. 5 lőszerem van, kb. De végül is meg lett. És már megint erre mi van? Ja, erről jöttünk. Igen.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost. Hát így jártam, akkor másik irányba nem megyünk. Én általom a liftet is. Shit.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares won't keep the bastards away.
Yo.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move. Why? Because that's the way the story goes. Yeah, but... Let's move! I lost my gun back there. Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. Hear that? It's them.
Lőd már le.
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake. Are you kidding? Give me the gun! No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it! Just a little longer. Scare them off.
Bazeg, hát azt mondtátok, hogy ott dobom el, ahol vagyok.
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Össze. Up.
Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open, Wake. Move it or lose it.
Meg.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Gyere már. Okay.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming. Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming! That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Ez de jó.
Get your weakling ass ready, Wake. Ah!
Nem dobáljátok már. Ó, itt van egy termosz. Bocsánat, tesó. A kávész kávé. Jaj, de megijedtem. Ez milyen jó. Anyám. Igen. Jó. Na, lőjed már őket. Az iskolában. Ha, most több, várjam be.
I bet it hurts. I know this hurts. See? Nothing to it.
Elég volt most már.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here! He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he... On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. I thought it held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Ja. Hát tudom, hogy ott szaladsz. Konkrétan ide néztem, és ez egy hülye csapda. Na mindegy. Oké. Jaj! Nem belemenni akartam. Ja, így ki lehetne szabadulni. Oh my bad, csak világított aztán. A jó Isten. Mi? Hát belelövök. Megint belemegyek. De amúgy, bocsánat, de ez a mimika bazd meg, hogy... Vagy mi? Mechanika. Hogy elmegyek valameddig, és utána még tovább csúszik egy kicsivel. Sikerült, tetszett. Az, de... Nem is volt semmi. Jó Isten áldja meg ezeket a csapdákat. Na, ez már lőszer. Igen. Lap.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on, something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Itt vagyok, nyomjuk. Most jelent az erdőn. He. Jó. Hát akkor arra kell menni. Milyen farőm?
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
Alice öcskös.
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power.
Jó.
But
Ez már megvan.
I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Szerintem... Hát erre kell menni. Nincs több hely, jó. Itt még nem voltam. Az előbb igen, mert leestem és újra... Hát kiugrik a bokorból, azt rám ver egyet. Ezt nektek. Igen. Az. Azt hitted. És köcsög. Na most hova menjek ide? Igazából nem, erre. Ó, az... Tessék? Nincs stop! Jó. De ez csicskaság. Ha megint ez történik. Oké, semmi pánik. Ez az. Olvasunk.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Mikor azt hittük, hogy mi van, akkor jött a láncfűrész. Én nem akarok láncfűrészt. Öt lehet? Mindegy, betöltünk mindent. Mi? Aha, van fény. Ezt eddig is be kellett volna kapcsolni ezek szerint. És akkor az a nagy gedva egyszerűbben megvan.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Hola. Erre mutat. Hát itt semmi nincs. Hogy mész oda fel? Zo, repcsizünk most épp. Most át kell jutnunk az erdőn még mindig. Erre nem tudom, van-e valami. Szerintem semmi. Jó. Az a nyomótok az. Igen. Ah. Oké. És mászás. Hülye vagy? Au. A... Ne egye meg.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird?
No,
Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
De hogy agyabeteg ez az egész. Hát jó.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Azért Barrynek ne legyen baja. És termosz. Hát jó. Azért várj már meg, még kimegyek. Mi volt a sötétség a nőbőrbe bújba? A nőja bőrébe. Ajaj, ez nem jelent jót. a nőbőrébe bújt. Azt melyiknek? Gondolom az asszonyunknak.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Okay, go. Again. Ó, anyád. Nyilván. Kapd el a golyót. Az anyátokat már nagyon erősek itt. Az. Na. Hát nagyon. Ó, ne, mert a láncfűrész. Bazzeg, normális vagy. Annyira durva azért nem volt, de többször nem akarnám átélni. Lehet. Na. Majd nem akarok hangokat. Igen.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Ajaj.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Mm-hmm.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Mindig ez a story dies, Alice dies. Normális vagy.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Mármint, hogy a második része jól fog futni. Nem igazán néztem az... Na. Hogy mik az igényei. De kíváncsi vagyok rá nagyon. Nem az igényeire azért, hanem a játszira. Bum. Na hát, hogyha én vezetek, az nagyot fog menni. Ugye fékezzen, aki hülye, olyaj. Hova kell egyáltalán menni? Értem. Nem ide. Ó. Nem tudom, hova kell menni. Ó, csak meg kellett kerülni. Nem segít, hogy nem látok ettől a szartól. Szerintem ez nagyon nem Barry. Hoppá. Ja, Linu megint, remélem Finchy volt. Nem zsikenyér. Na, jó van, békén lehet hagyni.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Igen, nagyon jó. Hülye állat. Na, most akkor Barry hol van? Dobálgassál, legyél kedves. Aha, ez a retkes ház. Normálisak vagytok? Lónak a faszán. Nem kell azt a tányért kivinni. Amúgy de gyűjts erőt. Na, futok már.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Amúgy kb. Majdnem idáig néztem Janinál, lehet egy picit tovább.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Jesszusom. Mi van? Sötétségre nyitja a megszállottakat. Kösz, ezt nem gondoltam volna.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in
Én
here
is
before
olyan
I
örülök,
locked the
de
chimney.
van egy
This isn't normal. These birds are
titkos
weird.
cucc. Ezt már megnéztük? Hát, mindegy. Kösz. Ja, meg kell győzni a darabot. Hogy?
Al, make them go away, please!
Hm?
The only good thing about this goddamn horrible situation is that I'm not allergic to birds. Ah, shoot! Oh,
Qui? Ex. Aj, már nem tudják. Mi? Nem áll le. Na, elég jó. De, majd... Kicsit várjatok.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Semmi baj.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper, Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Igen, még ezt is láttam.
Sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer
Róznak
park
kicsit
outside
fura a
the
hangja.
town.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you soon.
Kis beállós.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.